One of the biggest challenges that people find with storytelling is the sourcing of material. And it feels like it's a really big thing to find and use a story. But the truth is that stories everywhere. All we have to do is look and be curious. A couple of weeks ago, I was at the railway station and my train was late. I was early. And as often is the case when you have a little bit of spare time on your hands that you weren't expecting, your mind begins to wander. And I looked down at the track and I noticed that there was a weirdly shaped circular metal clip holding the railway sleeper to the track. And I suddenly thought to myself, I've never seen that before. I don't know what that is. It's very unusual. I thought tracks were held together with bolts and screws. So when the train arrived, I took my laptop out and connected to the internet. Took a while, of course, and Googled railway track clip and hit images and scrolled down to see what I could see. And then when I saw a picture of something I thought it was, I clicked into it, and it turns out it's a thing called a pandraw clip, and it was invented by a Swedish railway engineer called Per Panda Rolfsson in 1957. And it's an amazing piece of engineering because it isn't simply a screw or bolt that will shear if the track moves. It is self tightening, it allows for movement. It's a spring clip. And an incredible business has been built up around this whole use of a pandraw clip. And I can't believe I've never seen this before. And the interesting thing about this is that it's so popular and so famous that in a park in Calgary, Canada, there is a life-size sculpture of a Pandrol clip made from stainless steel because the people of Calgary were so grateful to the Pandrol company for creating a very safe and efficient rail service that didn't require anywhere near as much maintenance as it might have done. My point being, then, as I've said, is that story is everywhere and all we need to do is look. But what we do need also is a framework to put it into. So we have a couple of tools that help us with this. The first one is called Yesterday, and that is about really shaping the content for a story. And the first key things we need are a time, place, character, and a situation. And in my story, that's exactly what I had. A railway station, I'm the character. A couple of weeks ago, and the situation was that I was waiting for the train and it was late. That's all we need to tell a basic story. But we also need a theme, something that it's all about. In my case, curiosity and stories are everywhere. And a plot, things that happen. Well, there's a list of things that happened. And there's also some stuff around impact. What we want, what kind of impact we want to have on our audience. What do we want them to think and feel and do? And this is where our second tool can come in very useful, Cafe. C is for content, and we can drop yesterday into the content part of Cafe in order to make it much more responsive to storytelling. It doesn't have to be storytelling Cafe, that's the point, but in this case, it is. A is for audience, so who is it we're dealing with? What's the relationship we have with them over time? And F is for flavor, and this is the really key bit of storytelling. And the clue is in the word there, isn't it? Storytelling. It's not just the story content, it's how we deliver it. So flavor is what we do with our body and our voice and our appearance, and that's really a massive part of the storytelling. And then E is for expectations. Why this? Why now? Which plays very much into the themes of the content in the first place. I hope that's useful. We would certainly put together Yesterday and Cafe along with various other tools if required to help your people tell better and more effective stories.